Hello, this is Custard Trout with Addict of Fiction, and I'm here with David Hines, who's the Capcom's fighting game community leader. Have you got a bit of a better title for that?
Well, it's officially the Street Fighter Cross Tech and Community Manager, but it kind of also branches off towards all of our fighting games. So, yeah.
Right, we understand that there's first hands-on on a game here. Would you like to tell us a bit more about that? I believe it was, yeah, you go.
Yeah, it's fine. So basically less than 2 days ago, we officially announced Darkstalkers Ressurection, which is basically a HD remake, very similar to what we did with Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition. We've now done that with Darkstalkers. Includes the version 2 and 3 of the game, all in one package, so you get great value for money. It's got all the kind of online features that you can imagine from, games of present. Using GGPO, which is the best possible connection you can get when playing online. So it's minimal lag, so you can play pretty much anyone, even from the UK to like the US, and the connection's great. It's also got various HD filters, so you can kind of use smoothing effects or kind of crisp looking filters to make the game look better. Obviously it's an old game, but we've added these filters so it looks better on HD displays. Otherwise you kind of end up with this weird pixelated look. So we've worked really hard to make sure that looks good. Lots of other features, including new tutorials and new challenge mode, which is obviously something that didn't happen with the old games. And bringing the old Darkstalkers games to the present and showing new gamers who maybe didn't have the chance to play in the past this kind of game, we wanted to include really good tutorials which teach them how to play the game. Because it's all very good coming in and just giving it a bit of a bash, but we wanted to play it properly and really get into it and enjoy all of our fighting games. So it's actually got a great tutorial mode as well.
Do we have any idea of what we can expect in terms of limited edition content, or is that far too early?
Gosh, I don't even know about any of that myself, so I can't comment on that one. But yeah, another feature I forgot to mention, also you can upload straight to YouTube. A lot of our fighting game fans, something they love to do is record themselves playing and boasting about, beating one of the best players in the UK or wherever it may be. So you can now upload directly to YouTube, or even the game server as well, and share that replay with your friends as well.
Can we expect the same sort of strong community drive from Capcom that they've given in the other games, like, gaming weekends and such that they've put together? Is that something you'll be putting into this as well?
For Darkstalkers in particular?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's here basically. So this is our first step in introducing it to the community and obviously gamers worldwide. I'm really happy that we've been able to offer it as a UK kind of, like, not a UK exclusive, but this is the first time anyone's ever been able to play it. And we only announced it 2 days ago, less than 2 days ago. So I'm really happy people are, it's now in their hands after announcing it so soon. So yeah, that's my job. It's putting the game into the players' hands and recruiting more fighting game players from around the UK. So yeah.
Has it been doing well here? Has it had many visitors? Or?
It really has, yeah. And one of the new things about the game is the artist, I can't remember his name, he's the same guy who did Third Strike Online Edition. He's redone all the character artwork for, the character portraits and whatnot. It looks amazing, and we've got these really cool banners up around our Capcom booth, and people are just like, wow, Darkstalkers. And the thing I've been hearing a lot is, I remember playing that in the arcade. And for me, that's one of the, that's just why we're doing this, because one of the great features we've included, and it's also in our Marvel vs. Capcom Origins game as well, which is also another kind of re-release, HDified for current gen consoles, is you can actually, one of the filters makes it look like you're looking at an old school arcade cab. So you're still playing it, but it's kind of like at an angle. Like, you remember how you'd be like, next to someone playing like this? Yeah. It actually looks like that on the screen. And it's kind of very nostalgic. People walking past say, wow, I remember this game in the arcade. They sit down, they give it a go. They see the Mad Catz arcade sticks, and they're just taken back to like yesteryear. They love it. Even though they're not great or they don't know what they're doing, they literally love it. And they've been asking me, when can we get it? When can we get it? Which is great news.
If I were to say to you that I have a Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition arcade machine in my kitchen, is there any sort of reaction that I can giggle at?
I'd say, oh my god, why is it in the kitchen? Isn't it getting like a bit greasy in there? Like, got to put it somewhere a bit more safe. No, what's really funny, my flatmate that I was living with before, he actually has an arcade cabinet in the kitchen as well. Ours is like a custom one, which, you can put like an Xbox in or whatever. So I like it.
That's pretty good.
We're in the same club.
With Darkstalkers 2 Ressurection, Is there anything that you think really sets it beyond a regular fighting game? I mean, what changes it apart from the nostalgia feel?
Okay, something really unique about Darkstalkers, and a lot of people don't necessarily remember this, so I'm going to remind you now. It's such, like, when people think of Capcom fighting games, they think of like cute, fun, cartoony. The game is definitely fun. It has a cartoony kind of look to it, but it's more dark, violent, and actually sexy as well. There's actually sex appeal in the game. It's quite weird, but if you actually play the game, there's a lot of sexual references. So it's kind of you might play it and think like, did they really just say that? It's quite strange. So I won't say any of it now. I'll let you play it. And obviously there's blood in the game as well, which is something you don't see in like Street Fighter really. I mean, maybe in Street Fighter 2, like a little bit of vomit would come out sometimes if you punch them the right way, but it's really apparent in this game. And not to say it's on the same par as like Mortal Kombat, which obviously is very gory, but people are often surprised. They'll sit down and go, "Oh my god, I've just pressed a few buttons." And there's blood everywhere, and it's quite
Gamers as a whole are becoming very opposed to sexism. Have you got any concerns that they might get a little bit offended by it, or
just having a quick think about the characters? I don't know.
They are a bit, from what I remember.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but hey, if you've got it, flaunt it. I don't know. It's pretty good. No, I think there's a different. The characters in Darkstalkers are so unique and varied. There's kind of a character that I would say not suits everyone, but how can I put it? They're so unique and varied that there's bound to be a character in there that draws it gets your attention. Hopefully in a good way. Maybe some in a slightly more weirded out way, but it's definitely cool. It's definitely unique.
How would you describe your relationship with Namco? I mean, is it all good and gravy, or is that something you can't comment on?
Namco, I'm really sorry to say this, but no, we're really good friends. We're actually amazingly good friends. Whenever we're like doing stuff after work or at events, it's always with Namco. So we're really, really good friends. We're really tight. We even they're next to us on our booth.
Yeah,
so,
we noticed.
Yeah.
Is there sort of anything else we can expect in terms of crossovers, in particular with this new game coming out? Can we expect Namco to pinch in with a bit of DLC maybe, or?
So when you say new game, I mean you're probably referring to Tekken Cross Street Fighter?
No, the Darkstalkers. Sorry.
Oh, Darkstalkers isn't a crossover, but...
No, I mean, it would be interesting to see a Namco crossover in that, and with the whole Street Fighter X Tekken thing going on, is it something we can expect to see more of, or is it just a one-off?
I don't know if it's going to be a one-off. I really couldn't answer that. It would be interesting, but I think Darkstalkers, this is our first step at bringing it back to gamers, refreshing their memory of the actual, the franchise itself. I think it would be not wise really to then suddenly throw in a collaboration with another company. I think people get a little bit confused. So personally I wouldn't, but again I can't say if it's happening or not. I wouldn't know.
Final question, as tactfully as I can we expect on this DLC?
For Darkstalkers?
Yeah, or is it going to be I assume it'll be downloadable actually, wouldn't it?
The whole title is DLC, so...
That works fine.
Yeah, no, but I will say it's, we've got the price point really low. I believe it's, let me get this right, it's I think $11.99 on PSN, and for Microsoft it's the equivalent in points. I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to say the wrong and get quoted wrong. I think whatever it is, it's close to $11.99.
We'll let them work it out. It's fine. No, we can't be wrong.
And obviously you get 2 games for the price of 1. You can interchange between the 2. Yep.
Excellent. Thank you, David.
No problem.